how different was it not having Sean out there in practice, and just what is Pete like just in that role, his presence instead of Sean?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose your head guy, I mean, it's your leader of the team. It's the guy who leads our ship, man. So, it's obviously different not having him out there. But we have coaches who, step up and have done this numerous times before. Pete always does a great job of preparing, installing, calling plays, getting people lined up, and to execute our plays. And he's done this before, man. I remember many years ago when Sean was hurt and Pete stepped in and called plays, and our offense was still successful. Put up a lot of points, put up a lot of yards, made a lot of big plays. So he just steps into that role right away on the offense, and many other coaches and players help pick up that slack. We pick each other up, we support each other, and we have each other's back. We know what the standard is. Coach Payton has set the standard for us, and we go out there and try to execute the standard at a high level, regardless of who's out there. And we take pride in that. And Da has been a head coach before, and he does a great job of organizing practice, getting us through the periods, getting us through, on and off the field, making sure guys take care of their body, making sure guys are executing at the practice plays and doing what we need to do so we can have a victory. So we have lots of coaches who step up and take that brunt off of us, take that brunt off of Sean so Sean can be comfortable. And like I said, man, he set the standard. We know what the standard is, and we don't compromise the standard regardless of whatever the situation is. So we have a lot of great guys, a lot of great coaches, a lot of great players, and we're just looking forward to the challenge.
Catherine?
You muted.
Sorry. Hey, I was saying, glad to have you back. What was last week like for you? Were you sick at all, or is it just you're just kind of sitting in your house waiting for the green flag to come back?
Yeah, I really didn't have any illness at all. I kind of felt like maybe like the day I tested positive, like the night before, I had like a little like it felt like post-nasal drip, like a little itchy throat kind of. And then, I just drank some tea and got some sleep, and I was good. So I felt high energy. I didn't really have any sicknesses, no symptoms really. I was just waiting 10 days. I was trying to get 2 negatives as quick as possible, and I just kept testing positive, unfortunately. So I had to wait the 10 days, and I just quarantined, tried not to, do my best, tried not to spread. Tried my best not to see anybody. And, I was just waiting. Waiting to get back with the team. I was angry when I couldn't play Sunday. I woke up Sunday angry. So, but, it's just part of what we're dealing with right now. So everybody just has to stay safe as possible, mask up, wash your hands, try not to be places that you don't need to be. And, we have to take this serious because, a lot of people are getting sick from it. So we just have to do our best, take our own part, and everyone has to be responsible and accountable.
Fletcher.
Mark, I know you're an intense guy and an intense player. We've all heard about, game day Sean and his kind of intensity on game day. Is somebody going to replicate that? Is it you? Is it a coach? Or is it just something that isn't possible to be replicated with maybe the juice he brings on game day?
Yeah, I think Sean is Sean. Nobody can sit here and try to be Sean. He's his own person. He's his own coach, and what he brings to the table is irreplaceable. But, what other people bring to the table is also irreplaceable. So I think everyone just steps up and you don't go out of the norm, to try and fill a void that's not there. You just try to be yourself. You try to bring the energy that you bring, and you try to, be contagious amongst your teammates with positive energy, positive plays. And, everybody encourages each other and supports each other. So I think everyone, especially in a night game going into Tampa, a critical game for us, I think that everyone will just, raise their standard. You got to elevate. You got to raise your standard. We know what our standard is here. So everyone just has to go out there and play to the best of their ability, execute to the best of their ability, and put themselves in the best position to have quality plays, have good plays to help the team win games. And I think we're all going to do that as players from an individual standpoint, and I know the coaches are going to put us in great positions to have success. We have guys who have done this many years, like I said. Da has been a head coach before. P has called plays before when Sean has not been out, and many other coaches who have great leadership and great coaching ability to put our players in great positions to go out there and execute and have success. So we're all leaning on each other, and we're all going to fight for each other, and we're going to hold it down for Sean as long as he's gone. You know what I mean? We just have a great team, great coaching staff, great players, great guys who know what the standard is, who know what the opportunity has, and we don't take it for granted. So we're going to go out there, we're going to fight, and put ourselves in the best position to go out there, have success, and win a game.
Luke?
Mark, I know you guys have been dealing with this for a better part of 2 years now, but how hard is this just in the NFL right now, where things can change on a moment's notice like it did today? How flexible do you guys have to be?
Man, you have to be super flexible. You have to be able to prepare and be able to adapt to change and to the circumstances. And that's just, what we have to been dealing with and the world has been having to deal with. So you just have to be adapt. You have to be able to adapt to change in the circumstances that are given to you. And now everyone's under these intense COVID protocols, and you have to abide by them. Everyone has a responsibility to be accountable to their teammates, to be accountable to each other. And I had to miss a game last week, and so did Cam. And there's so many other people that are positive this week. We just hope that everyone stays safe, everyone stays healthy, and that everyone recovers quickly from this. But you just have to be able to adapt to the changes and adapt to the circumstances, and that's just part of the world we're in right now with this COVID. Is how easy it is to pass the virus, and we just all have to be smart. We all have to be aware of where you're at, who you're around, wearing a mask, staying distant, not being places that you don't have to be. And if you are, just make sure you're masking up and taking those type of precautions. So yeah, you just have to be able to adapt to change, adapt to the circumstances, and it's difficult and it's challenging for everyone, but something that we have to do and something that we have to learn to thrive in.
Anything else for Mark?
I think Catherine has a question.
Mark, there's some reports out there that there's a lot of discussions with the NFLPA about wanting to eliminate the protocols altogether, like the daily testing and the quarantine links and things like that. Do you have any thoughts on that? I know you spent a lot of time talking about COVID today. Sorry, I'm just curious what you thought.
Man, I know those guys be working and trying to do what's best for us, but if you're not testing, I don't know how you're going to find out if guys have COVID or not. And obviously, I hated the 10 days that I was gone. I wish I could have been with my teammates. I wish I could have been with my family and my friends, but I'm just thankful that I didn't spread to anybody. So I think the main thing is just trying to make sure everyone's safe. Make sure everyone's healthy, make sure everyone's families and everyone around them are safe and healthy. So whatever protocols we could come up with to make sure guys are healthy and safe and that their families are healthy and safe, that's what I support. But, yeah, man, so we'll see what they come up with, and hopefully it's the best thing for everyone that we could be safe, healthy, and have a season.
Last one, Rod.
Hey, Mark, we haven't talked to Cam this week, but just wanted to ask you, I'm sure you talked to him last week, but what was that like for him? He had that long streak and never missed a game. How tough was that for him, you feel like?
Yeah, I know it was tough for him because it was tough for me, and I've missed games, So for him to play 172 games, whatever it was, it's really astounding to even think about it, that the man's never missed a game. I know he's had back surgery and lots of other different things that he's played through, and he's never missed a snap, an NFL snap of an NFL game, 11 years into his season. It's just astounding, and it's crazy. And the fact that he had to miss his first game because of COVID, I know that was painful and difficult to sit there and watch the game. It was painful and difficult for me to sit there and watch the game, and unfortunately, I had missed the game 2 weeks ago or whatever because of my knee. But just putting myself in his shoes, I know it was super difficult. I know he was frustrated. I know he was upset because I was, and let alone having a streak like that come to an end because of the COVID protocols and all of that. So I know it was difficult for him, but he's just a great dude, a great player. He's gonna bounce back. We was able to prepare this week, and we're ready to go out and help our team win the game Sunday night. So I know that's what he's focused on, and that's what we're all focused on. But I know it was super frustrating and difficult for him to have to sit there and watch that game from home, not being able to partake in the team's victory. But he's healthy, his family's healthy, and I'm healthy, and I think that's something that we could all be blessed and happy for.